Good afternoon. Today is a storm alert weather day. This is day 2 of storm alert weather days. Of course, we had storms yesterday too, and they started up early on Sunday morning, and John Morris grabbed this great lightning bolt shot from the security camera in Middle Valley, and you can see the timestamp right here, 6:39 a.m. I just have this on loop, and you can certainly see right there that big lightning bolt. And unfortunately, this afternoon we have the potential for more things like this, lightning and that strong to severe storm threat. In fact, our risk for damaging wind gusts this afternoon is a little bit greater than what we even dealt with yesterday. So when we talk about our severe threat scale, again, that window from about 2:45 until 7 p.m. I gave us a little bit of a quarter-hour pad time. Looks like that initial line is going to get to Grundy County between about 2:45 and 12:45 and 1. So that'll be about 11:45 a.m. to noon Central Time. Our biggest problem for this afternoon is going to be the potential for some damaging wind gusts. So something to certainly be mindful of with power outages, trees that could come down. But unfortunately, all modes of severe weather are on the table. That means can't completely rule out an isolated tornado, large hail, and maybe even some localized flooding, primarily in poor drainage areas where you can get some standing water and that potential for hydroplaning as well for your car. So certainly just be a lot to be mindful of if you are going to be out and about this afternoon. Right now, we're still pretty quiet. So again, we're not quite to that window yet. So this is going to be our first batch of storms. Let me shift a little bit further to the west so that you can see that developing and how it's moving across I-65 in Middle Tennessee right now, starting to get more development in northwestern portions of Alabama too. All of this is going to be sliding eastward. So there's Grundy County right now. You can get some initial rain right here, but this is really the batch that we're going to be watching for torrential rainfall. A whole lot of lightning strikes with this. It's going to be hitting you fast. It's not very wide, but certainly packing a punch going through the afternoon. So one more time, in case you just now turned on your TV, a tornado watch is in place in yellow for our Tennessee and North Carolina communities until 7 p.m. Eastern Time. A severe thunderstorm watch is in place for our Georgia and Alabama communities until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Really, the take-home message for this is the fact that we have the severe risk across our entire area, and we want you to stay weather aware for the afternoon time. Right now, we've kind of had smooth sailing so far today, that really nice mix of sun and clouds, but you can see that denser cloud cover and all those lightning bolts to the west. That's what's heading into our direction. So when we're looking at futurecasts for this afternoon, models aren't doing the best job initializing on what we already know is there. So we're just going to kind of keep an eye on this movement as it pushes across eastward across our area for the afternoon. But not showing up on here is some activity that's already in Alabama. So still be mindful of that for our Alabama and Georgia communities, and that's pushing through for the afternoon. Notice behind it, we still have the chance for another wave. This is why I've kept that timeline all the way till 7 p.m. because for especially Alabama and Georgia, we still have this potential to see a second wave pushing through during the evening time. So a little bit of a question mark for that second batch, but we know that first one is already developing, and that's what we're going to be watching for the afternoon. For tonight, once we get past about 9 p.m., there's not a whole lot much more out there, and it kind of calms down during the overnight hours. So total rainfall from this, again, I think any kind of flooding risk is on the lower end, but if you do get some of those pockets of heavy rain, especially in poor drainage spots, we'll have some streaks of those higher totals up to about an inch in the green. Current temperatures right now are generally in the low to mid 80s, a little bit warmer in Scottsboro at 88, 84 in Chattanooga. Your high temperatures today for most spots will be in the 80s as those storms roll through. Tonight, humidity falling a little bit milder in the 60s, and then tomorrow in the low to mid 80s with a mix of sun and clouds, and a few scattered showers will be possible. In fact, all week long we're looking at some rain chances each day. Today, though, of course, is the big focus, especially with that damaging wind risk. Cornelia?
All right, thanks, Allison, for that update.